Hello everyone. So I just wanted to do like a question answer kind of video. So I did this thing called Living Abroad Tag. Are you excited?
No.
He's very excited. Okay, so the first question is, where are you from and where are you now?
So I'll go first because my one is easier. I'm from the Bahamas and I'm in Japan now.
Half Bahamian, half Senegalese. What other countries have you been to, lived in, visited, etc.?
I've been to the Bahamas, America, Mexico, Jamaica, and Japan. Yeah.
I've been to Malaysia, Mauritius Island, Cuba, Brazil, France, Jamaica, Trinidad, the US, the Bahamas, Senegal, Bora Bora. I've actually been to school in Bora Bora for a while.
Let's take the whole video now.
Australia, New Zealand, New Caledonia. Anyway, I've been to quite a few places. What was the most memorable or funniest thing that happened to you in Japan?
Most memorable thing that happened to me in Japan was participating in the Oyansa Festival. What more on that?
I was riding my bicycle in the busiest intersection in our neighborhood, and I was crossing the street because I was going to cross the street with my bicycle, and I was wearing like a long maxi skirt, and the skirt got caught in the bicycle, right? As I was crossing the street, riding the bicycle, and my skirt started to tear off and expose my underwear. I was actually wearing some brown shorts, and I'm brown, so it probably looked like I was wearing anything at all. I'm still embarrassed thinking about it. And as I crossed, of course, the more you ride the bicycle, the more the skirt tears and the more it'll fall apart. So I just end up standing, holding up the bicycle and walking with the bicycle and holding everything up until I reached like a tire shop that was like right next to the intersection kind of. And a lady who was in the tire shop saw me, and she told the guy who was working in the tire shop to help cut the skirt out of the bicycle, which he did because the skirt was stuck all up in the chains of the bicycle, exposing my behind. What was your saddest experience in Japan? When I lost, well, not really lost, but when my scholarship was not renewed, right, for PhD. I came here to do my master's degree on the Max scholarship, and I got my master's degree, and I was sort of kind of promised that, oh, it's pretty easy once you get your master's to go ahead and continue on with your PhD on the same scholarship, you know. But it turns out that it wasn't that easy because they decided to change the rules that particular year, saying that if you want to continue your studies and continue on with your studies with the scholarship, you'll have to reapply. And because there were four of us who were on the scholarship and wanting to continue on with that PhD, they requested that we all apply, and they would only have one of us continue with the scholarship. So it was four of us trying to compete for one scholarship, and I didn't get it. And I felt so defeated. I felt so depressed for a very long time. I had super duper acne on my face just because I was so stressed out about it and everything, and I was sad. I felt like I failed you and Layla and myself, and we had to move back into the dorms because we couldn't afford the apartment we were in. So it was just a whole dramatic experience that made me kind of sad. What about you?
My saddest day in Japan is when she's sad.
That's not an answer.
That's an answer. When you're sad, I'm sad.
All right, what shocked you about living in Japan?
That almost nobody speaks English. Like real talk. Almost nobody speaks English. I'm still in awe at that.
Well, thank God they have you as an English teacher, right?
Right? Whew.
Japan is saved because they have Kino as an English teacher.
Hey.
It's
I'm not
raining.
complaining, you know? It has shocked me.
What shocked me the most is the healthcare system. Japan is known as a country that has the highest life expectancy. Persons live up until 100 years old, and even at 80 they're very strong and healthy and hiking every day and very Genki. But in terms of the actual healthcare system, it's just not
It's raining.
It's raining. If you have a stomach ache, they'll give you pills for a stomach ache. If you say you also have a headache, they'll give you pills for a headache. And there's rarely any correlation that they'll check for unless there's like a flu going on or viruses going on or whatever, right? And they predict that, more than likely this person has this. But otherwise, they'll just treat whatever ailment you came there for. So I think the way the life expectancy thing works is prevention is better than cure. So they're healthy anyway. They don't really rely too much on healthcare to keep them healthy. They rely on other things. But still, I sort of kind of expected a better way to treat. It's very frustrating because many times it costs a lot of money and pain when you have to keep on going for different things when you could have just treated everything through blood work and found out what was exactly wrong to begin with.
Oh, I want to answer then. Sense of urgency shocked me the most. They run for everything. If you ask where's the pen, they'll run and get you a pen. Yes, that's different. Back home, where's the pen? It's over there. They point.
Yeah.
You need to go and get it. So that's
pretty
different.
Lazy. We're pretty lazy back home. Let's go someplace else since it's raining.
Okay.
Oh, you want to stay here?
Let's go someplace else because it's raining.
What is your favorite food in Japan?
Well, that's easy. My favorite food is ramen. And I know you say ramen, right? It's a thing you buy in the store for 33 cents. No. This is like a Japanese style ramen or Chinese style ramen, and it's much, much better.
Okay, so mine is miso soup. It's actually a fermented bean paste, that they mix with water, right? And different seasonings. And some places have it sweeter than others. And I like all sorts of miso soup, really. And I also like Wagyu beef. Nothing beats Wagyu beef. When you leave, what is something you will miss about Japan?
Ramen.
What I'll miss is probably cash on delivery.
That's pretty good too.
Because you can order things and you don't need a credit card or anything. You can just pay whenever they deliver it, which is pretty awesome and very convenient for me who don't have a credit card.
Cash on delivery. I'll go with that also.
I also will miss the good customer service you get everywhere you go.
Not so important.
The customer service is so good that you want a tip, you want to give them something extra, but they don't accept it, so I'll miss that. So, what is something you will not miss when you leave Japan?
I know Japan does not control it, but I will not miss earthquakes.
No, you will not miss earthquakes?
No.
Yeah. It was a pretty terrifying experience. That's it? Alright, so with me, I will not miss the constant fear of doing something wrong, to offend the culture. Like, for instance, did I put this trash in the wrong garbage can, or did I hand the money the right way, or did I accept the card the right way, or should I have bowed a little bit more, or should I not have bowed?
You worry too much.
You're constantly being watched for what you're doing, and if you're doing it right, if you're holding your chopsticks right. Like one time I went out with two of my friends to a restaurant. They came from the Bahamas to visit me, and they came for a very short period of time. So they don't really know anything about the culture of Japan. And one of them stuck chopsticks in the rice, and the woman opposite us, Japanese woman, was just staring at us like,
About to have a heart attack. Yeah.
Right? And I told my friend to take the chopsticks out and don't stick them in the rice because it's offensive in Japan. It means, the funeral and death. And the lady walked up to me and she was like, "Oh, you're really good at Japanese culture, huh?" Singling me out of all the three, just pointing at me and telling me, "Oh, you're really good." And sometimes that happens in the opposite way. Like if I'm with somebody else and I did a mistake, they'll walk up to that other person and be like, "Oh, you're really good, you're really good," as opposed to me who's not really good, And it's constant them looking at you and trying to figure out if you're going to do it right, and being impressed if you do, or being disappointed if you don't, and just giving you that look. That constant feeling, I don't like. Oh, and also the feeling of being an outsider, even though it's pretty obvious that we are outsiders. It's
really?
just
Okay.
like how we saw this apartment that we really really loved, you know, that was very close to my lab or whatever, and they said, oh no, no foreigners are allowed to rent this particular apartment. So it's these small things all over the place.
You're a foreigner too.
Right, certain foreigners are not allowed to do certain things, or you know, are not privy to certain things, and you're constantly reminded that you are a foreigner, so you shouldn't do certain things. So that's feeling I don't like. But who am I? I'm just one person, right? And it doesn't matter because we're here temporarily, so it comes and it goes eventually. Nothing lasts forever. What is something that continuously impresses you about Japan?
How organized the country is. For a modern society, they still have lots of traditional values.
For me, I guess everybody is so polite, and they can maintain that level of politeness all throughout the day, you know, and you don't hardly ever see it crack, you know, as a customer or as a regular person just watching them. They hold it in, they hold whatever, displeasing feeling, they hold it in. And how long they can hold it for, that's very impressive to me. Like, they don't ever seem to want to show that negative side of them, or that anger or that frustration, even if they clearly are frustrated, you know. So that is a good thing in a way, right? In a way, it's pretty good. What is something in Japan that you wish you could bring back to the Bahamas?
Their British bureaucratic system.
Yeah.
It's on point. They all have everything organized. They can give an account for everything. If something goes missing, they know who took it. If you need something to be done within 4 or 5 days, the paperwork will be in and it'll be done. It's not just, oh, we're gonna do this. No, they say it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, very organized system.
Yeah.
So something that I wish I could bring back is all the seasonal flowers. Like right now, it's the rainy summer season, so they have like hydrangeas, is how you pronounce it, very pretty. And during late winter, they have plum blossoms, and spring they have cherry blossoms, and they have sunflowers, the fall leaves, all those colors I love. Yeah. So last question, where is another country you would like to visit after this?
New Zealand or Germany.
Oh, Germany sounds nice. Another country I wouldn't mind visiting is Norway. I would like to go someplace colder in contrast to the warmer climates of Kagoshima. They always seem to have nice people.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my living abroad tag. I don't know if it was helpful in any way, but this is us sharing our thoughts about living in Japan. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.